Good morning. I'm Stephen Coulter, co-founder of Controlabill. Controlabill is a game changer in the direct debit authority management market. We believe we've identified a multi-billion dollar opportunity in a global market that's crying out for innovation. Now, as former senior banking executives, my partner and I have been to lots of these, mostly held in morning tea breaks. It's a key reason why we started Controlabill. We're exploiting a lack of innovation by the banking industry because payment systems like direct debit have been overcomplicated or ignored by banks. Controlabill flips that on its head. We create and manage direct debit authorities in an aggregated hub, making it incredibly simple for customers, billers and banks to manage expenses, make on-time payments and retain customers. We're seeking investors, billers, new media companies and innovative banks to capture the authority management market globally. It's a multi-billion dollar market. So why direct debit? Well, billers love direct debit. It's the lowest cost transaction. It's the lowest churn rates. Churn rates drop typically under 5% compared to up to 25% in some industries. And it guarantees on-time payment, bringing receivables forward and no reminder bills to be sent out. But the billers have been jilted by the banks. It's an incredibly cumbersome process. It's predominantly paper-based. The fully absorbed cost, even for a large biller, is $20 and upwards. And banks have got BPay. Now back to only 4 major banks. BPay is owned by the 4 major banks, charges 70 or 80 cents a transaction compared to 10 cents for direct debit. Where are the banks encouraging their customers? Direct debit is over 40 years old now and came about in the paper age and predominantly hasn't adapted. It's very clunky. Customers have to request an authority from a biller that has to be posted out typically and then filled in with a pen and sent back, processed by the biller, and then the biller has to store the form for 7 years beyond the customer life. It's expensive, inefficient, and banks are passive. And not only that, the customer has to repeat that process for every single biller. And it's not surprising that the typical Australian family only have 3 or 4 of their bills paid by direct debit. Until now. With Controlabill, we have a web widget that makes it incredibly simple for customers to set up and manage their direct debit authorities all in one place in as little as 30 seconds or less, and not having to repeat that process for every single biller. It's brilliantly simple. We can set up a direct debit authority in seconds at a fraction of the cost to the biller. And as you can see here, it's as simple as identifying the biller you'd like to pay, typing in your account number with that biller, estimating the amount of your payment, indicating the frequency of the bill, if you like categorizing it like a simple quicken, and hit next. It's that simple. And it's patently innovative. We lodged our patent in the US Patent Attorney's Office in April 2006, and our attorneys indicate it's likely to be approved this year. That's great on 2 respects. One, it gives us some defensible IP. Secondly, after being lodged 4.5 years ago, no one has come forward to say that there's anything remotely like Controlabill in the marketplace now. It's a lucrative annuity business. We charge billers $2 per authority that we create or modify on their behalf, compared to the $20 and upwards it costs them now. And we charge $1 per authority per year to manage those authorities. Billers no longer need to create an inventory and store authorities for the customer life plus 7 years. Any of Australia's top 50 billers would drive $1 million plus in revenue for Controlabill in their first year, and save many times that in costs for themselves. The market is huge. Not just the setup market, but around 30% of direct debit authorities change each year, so the ongoing business is massive. Direct debit market share is typically fairly low. With a service like this, we can not only capture a huge share of the existing market, but help the market grow far quicker than it currently is around the world. So Controlabill, we create and manage authorities for direct debit in an aggregated hub. Our platform provides many additional high-value services. We've got a product roadmap to the future and model path to market. Come visit our island. Thanks very much.